Hello, dear Sagittarius. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you all for being here. This is your 1st to the 15th of June 2019. It is the Divine Spread and it's a love and general reading. One client actually asked me if I could do a Celtic cross. So I'm thinking about that in the near future. I will be doing also Celtic cross readings. So dear Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. You are having a full moon in your sign on the 17th of June. So something is coming to an end. It's culminating. The new moon is on the 3rd of June, even though today is actually the 3rd going on to the 4th of June. So I'm doing this reading on the new moon in Gemini, which is in your 7th house. So something in relation to partnership relationships is beginning. Let's take your Karma Dharma card. I'd like to also say that the sun will be moving into the sign of Cancer on the 21st. We're in the prelude time of the eclipses of July, so June is very important. Let's see what's going on, Sag. You have the moon, and this is the sign of Cancer. The house of Cancer is the 4th house, and that's where the North Node is. The South Node obviously is opposite to that in Capricorn, so the North Node is fated around the area of family, the mother. The moon does signify the mother. It's also all about your intuition, your deepest psyche. Also, trusting your intuition, dear Sagittarius. Pay attention to those dreams. You could be receiving messages through your dreams. And with a moon card, it can also speak of fears. So some of you may be fearing some sort of an ending, something that is not seen with the moon. The moon card, it is, during the night, so there isn't a lot of light. Now in this tarot 3D, we've got the full moon. It's showing, like there is more light, but in the traditional tarot we've got the eclipsed moon. So I'm going to take both the eclipsed moon plus the full moon. So in this particular deck, it does show more light, showing you your path. So what you are worried about, or what you're fearing, or what you're feeling is happening behind the scenes, it's going to come to light. So let's take another astrology card, dear Sagittarius. This is the Black Moon Astrology card deck. All my decks are mentioned in the description box below. So Pluto transformation, and it is a number 11. So Pluto is in Capricorn with Saturn and the South Node. So number 11 is very karmic. Pluto is all about death and transformation. So there is some big change that's going on for you. And this is happening in your 2nd house. So the 2nd house is the house of values. It's the house of earned income, what you have, what you value. 2nd house is also the, I'm going to say it's got to do with career, because it is the house of Capricorn for you. So again, something is changing in that area. Now, Capricorn is all about the authoritarian, the authorities. So something is transforming. Now, the South Node is very karmic. So is Pluto, so is Saturn. So something in your 2nd house is changing and transforming, obviously with the card of Pluto and transformation. Some of you may also be dealing with a Scorpio person. Now, the moon can signify Piscean energy as well. For me, the moon card is more Cancer, but everyone, most of the readers, they call it the card of Pisces. Now, Pisces is where Neptune is, and Neptune can be quite deceptive, and that is in your 4th house of home family stability. Pisces is also the in the natural zodiac, it is the last sign of the zodiac. So this could mean some sort of an ending around the full moon time. So let's take your divine spread, dear Sagittarius. Hopefully your ruler being in your sign is bringing you the gifts. Jupiter is retrograde though, and he will be up until 11th of August. So if you haven't seen the blessings, then it could be when he turns direct, because he's going to pick up speed, obviously. He's going to be on the, stretch to home, So I think he goes direct at about the 24th degree, around about there. So let's see what's happening in your foundation area. And we've got the King of Wands, and this is your energy. So in your home area, you are the leader, obviously. I am looking at the table as, a zodiac wheel. So let's look at what's happening in the hidden position. There's the Death card. This is what you don't know, that something is changing and transforming. And again, it's so funny that if we look at it as, the horoscope, we've got Aries, Pisces here, and this would be the second house. As I said, Pluto is in your second house. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Let's see what's in the position of the recent past. You have the Two of Pentacles. In the now position, you have the Knight of Swords. In the crowning position is the Queen of Swords. In the action and advice, we have the Lovers. So you're dealing with a Gemini. Sun, Moon, or Rising, I would say. We've got the Queen of Swords here, which is an air sign. So Gemini is very strong. It is Major Arcana. Let's look at the outcome position. We have the Page of Cups. And in the divine position, planetarily, how you are being affected here, we have the Two of Wands, which is your energy. It's Sagittarian. As you can see, he's holding that world ball. He is making a choice. You've got two twos. You've got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. You are making a choice here. You're looking out to the horizon. Now, this could be around business, of course. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Four of Swords and more air energy. I'd like to take a romance angel as well for Sagittarius. Spirit guides and angels, one card in relation to love. Hopefully one card will be enough if the message is clear enough. Let's see. And we've got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, wow, Sagittarius, you are dealing with someone that is on a soul level. You are connected. Now, let's look at your reading. So if we're looking at as a, a chart where we start from Aries, across Aries would be the daily routine, 6th and 7th house. Therefore, we're looking at your daily routine, your health, as well as work and partnership. Partnership, whether this is family, relationship, romantic, or even business. So in the area of the Lovers here, we would be looking roughly around the house of Scorpio. And it's funny that it is diagonally right across. So over here we've got, let's say, the Lovers, which is Gemini. Now this is the action and advice area. Now, don't forget that Gemini is your 7th house. So again, we're talking about 7th, 8th house energies with this card here. Something is playing out, something very important. There is a transformation here. Now, what kind of a transformation is it going to be? Well, we've got, in relation to romance, we've got the soulmate card. But this would be the area of you know, moving in together, sharing on a fundamental level, sharing your finances, anything to do with your partner's money, having moved in together, living together in a more committed relationship, partnership. Now, the Lovers is a head over heart decision. So you've got 3 cards of decision here. Now, the Lovers is a number 6, and I always see 6s as a positive number. But there is a change, and what the change could be, because we've got the Page of Cups here in the area of the outcome, but it's also in the area of daily routine and relationships as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an offer for you to move in together. Someone is wanting to commit to you. This is an offer that you're not expecting to come in. Now, because we've got the Moon card and we've got the Page of Cups here, which is usually Piscean. So we've got Pisces or Cancer here, but we've also got Scorpio. And I feel that more for most of you, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the change that's happening, that's coming through, if you're not dealing with someone who's got strong Scorpio. Now, for some of you, you might be on the cusp with Scorpio, and this could be your energy. But being in the hidden position, what you don't know is that there is a transformation. Something is falling away to be replaced. That's how I see this card. So you are shedding that old skin. That's where the change is coming through. And this is a beautiful change, I would say, at that. Some of you could even be changing work and career. Why? Because you are showing up as the King of Wands. You know, King of Wands, he is all about creativity, inspiration. He's very, you know, he's a go-getter. He's the businessman. He's looking very creative, especially where your foundation is concerned, because this card is sitting around your foundation. So around your home, your earned income, anything to do with communication. Let's say, because this area here would be the Taurus Gemini area. So anything to do with earned income or your value system through and communication. Now, you could be in business doing anything to do with communication, writing, anything to do with written and spoken work, because, you know, the House of Gemini here is all about written, publishing, writing books, anything to do with something like that, or even working in a small group. So I feel that that's where the transformation is happening, because here we've got another Wands card, and that's walking through a brand new door. This could even be expanding, because he's holding the World Ball. So expanding your career prospects, spreading your wings, and, you know, doing business with overseas companies, with foreign people that are at a distance. So yes, it could be working on a world expanded level. That could be the transformation that's happening with you. And you are showing up as the king, so you've got those leadership qualities. Now, what we've got in the area of career and status, we've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is a Gemini, more than likely. For others, it could be a Libra or an Aquarius. Now, I'm looking at the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I do feel that this has got something to do with the past. Now, this could be someone that you are obviously interested in. She's standing right across from you, but what I see is that she's looking towards the future. You're looking towards the past. And the Knight of Swords is also moving quickly towards the past. So that's a bit of a a bit of a mixed message that I'm getting here. So the Queen of Swords is actually looking towards the Lovers. Now, the Queen of Swords could also be someone that you are partnered up in business with, right? And she could be, I'm thinking that she could be someone from your past, because she's got things, situations, there's been communication about the past, but she's looking at the future, and the future is a decision. It's a head over heart decision, whether this is business or romance. So you know that the Knight of Swords in the now position can be quick communication. It can also be quickly changing things up. And when I say changing, I mean that it's as though that skin is being shared with that sword. So that's where the changes, it's as though the changes are, what are they? She's cutting things, like shedding the skin from the past. And I feel that with her changing, I think that you've got the change as well. You're facing a transformation, a change that you don't know is coming through. So again, you're looking towards the past here. Maybe, could be that you've already started, because the Death card is quite a long process. It's not, it doesn't happen usually from one day to the other. It takes time. So I feel as though you've already started. Maybe you're at the final change here, because what I see here, the general energy is the Four of Swords, and maybe it's taken 4 months. Maybe it's taken you 4 whole months to go through this process. And what I usually get with this card is that, yes, it is a time to take a break. It's a time to take 5, but also we've got those 3 swords that are up here. So it does remind me of the 3 of Swords. There's been some sort of a disappointment in the past 4 months ago, and there's been like a moment, and I'm going to say it's going to probably took 4 months. For some of you, this could even be 4 weeks, that you're going through some sort of you're holding back, you're laying low. We've got the Ace of Swords here, which is also up here. So this could even be something to do with the truth. So the general energy, and I feel with the Queen of Swords, because she's in the area of where Pluto and Saturn are with the South Node. And that's where letting go, shedding the skin of any karma will be happening. And I do feel that for a lot of you, could be happening around the full moon, around the 17th of the month. So the full moon in Sagittarius. The decision is going to be made by this Queen of Swords. Now, for some of you, this is anything to do with legalities. This has been a long, maybe even 4 years. Others could be 4 months. For others of you, this will be 4 weeks. This could have been a long battle, and it's been very karmic. We've got number 11 right there. Pluto and Saturn are very slow moving. And let's not forget that June is full of surprises because of the eclipses that are happening in July. So the first eclipse is a solar eclipse in Cancer on the 2nd of July. And the full moon lunar eclipse will be the consecutive full moon after the full moon in Sag, and that will be taking place on the 16th of July. So we are practically a month away from the full moon lunar eclipse. So we're in those energies already. What I feel here is that the decision that will be made by this Queen of Swords, whether she is an attorney or whether she is your partner, which would be more than likely strong Gemini, the ruling will be something that will make you very happy. We've got the Page of Cups here, which is an offer of love. It's an offer to even reconciliate. If this is someone from your past, then the offer is coming forth and it's unexpected. Now, either this offer is coming from this Queen of Swords, or, and again, this could even be an apology, or this is coming from you. What I feel is happening here is that it's coming from this Queen of Swords. The Page of Cups here, I would say it's connected to the Lovers. So, because it's all about love. Here we've got more business, right? So yeah, whatever this card means, whether it's business or walking through that new doorway, having made the choice, because there's been a lot of decisions being made here with, you know, the Two of Pentacles. It's holding these pentacles up in the air. You know, having a juggling act, which you can't do for too long. So this is either that you've been really, really conflicted in making a decision. So it's like start, stop, start, stop. Here is the area of Pisces, Aries. So ending and beginning. What do I do? Do I end this? Do I begin this? Do I move into something brand new? This is the Death card. It's Scorpio. It's all about strong change. Now, for those of you that, because we've got the Four of Swords, and I do see this many times as a love triangle, there may be a few of you out there that are dealing with two different people. That's why you've got a choice. So I'm going to say that, you know, we've got Gemini and we've got Scorpio. So I'm going to mention only those two signs, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's either one or the other for those of you that are making a choice between two people. Now, we do have Pluto here, which is the astrology card. So Scorpio is very potent in your reading. I'm also going to put Pisces in the mix as well because of the Moon card and the Page of Cups. Logically, if we didn't have the Page of Cups, I would say Cancer. But because the Page of Cups is here, which is more Piscean, we do have the Fish in the cup. I'm going to throw that in as well. So I'm just thinking that, you know, your 7th house of partnership and relationship is the house of Gemini, and your 8th house, excuse me, which is where the North Node is the 8th house is the house of Scorpio. So I don't know how that plays into your own personal situation. Let's take some more cards. So I'm going to put the cards face down. So you've already met your soulmate because the card says, yes, this is your soulmate. So for those of you that haven't met them, you will be meeting them in the month of June. Now, dates can be a little bit off, so don't say that, you know, the 15th passed, wow, it didn't happen. For some of you, it could even be a month later. So we're all born at different times, different days. Let's take the cards, more clarity. Let's take 2 cards on the Moon card. Now another card on the King of Wands. Okay, the Death card, the Two of Pentacles, that Knight of Swords, which can be an argument. But the argument, if you're going through strong communication, if you're communicating quickly and on the wild side, so that means obviously maybe a little bit too aggressive. you will be talking about things from the past. Let's look at that Queen of Swords, the Lovers card, Page of Cups, and the Divine position here. Let's take one more card on the general energy, which is the Four of Swords. I'd like to look at the general energy first of all, and we've got the Chariot. Again, we've got Cancer here, which is your 8th house, and it does make sense with Pluto and the Death card here. You will be overcoming obstacles. This is a number 7. You're in the driver's seat. Now, whether you're holding those reins or not, that Chariot is moving forth. This is a card of success. So once taking a bit of time out, you are becoming successful. And if we add the 7 and the 4, it's a number 11. So you're being pushed forth. This is very karmic. Number 11 is walking through that doorway. That's how I see it. Let's take the Karma Dharma position. And there's number 11, Justice, Libra, fairness, equilibrium, equality, harmonizing. Your life is getting harmonized. Libra is also the relationship house. And the Justice card is also very, very karmic. Walking through that new doorway, oh my God, another major arcana. This is Taurus, so your values, anything to do with commitments, with religion. Now, you are a sign that is very spiritual. You're in your element. Also, you've got a lot to do with religion and your beliefs. Maybe for some of you, your beliefs are going through transformation. Now, this is also the card of faith. So whatever is changing for you, whether you're going through a legal divorce, any legalities, because we've got the Justice card, maybe you've got worries. What you don't know is worrying you. With the Moon card, there will be clarity. There will be a completion around that full moon in your sign. So the Hierophant is saying that you need to trust. You need to believe that what goes around comes around. If you've given fairness, you will receive fairness. And I don't believe that Sagittarian people are on the downside. I do believe that Sagittarius is a very positive sign. They're lovely. They're very spiritual. They're all about the truth. So I do believe that the Hierophant, which is a number 5, 5s are always a number of conflict. Maybe there will be a few restrictions. I'm thinking, in the mix, but I do believe that this will come through just perfectly. Now, for those of you that are going through divorce, okay, it's, for some of you, maybe you were dealing with someone, and we've got the sign of Taurus and Libra here. So both these signs are ruled by Venus, and Venus is in Taurus, which is all about values, and it's all about self-worth. So I do think that with both cards of Venus here, it can only be good. It can only be good. So there is value, there is luck. Venus is the goddess of love and money and projects and anything that is very important to us. Anything that surrounds love and what we love. So having both these energies here, there is no fear. There is no fear. Let's look at the King of Wands. What's on top? We've got the Ace of Wands. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. So a brand new beginning around your foundation and your stability. Now this could even be a brand new business. This could be the light that comes on. That's what I see the Ace of Wands as. So you've got an ace up your sleeve here. Something to do with stabilizing either your business or whatever you feel strongly and you feel passionate about. This is that switch going on. So the light comes on. Let's look at the card of the Death card, and we've got the Queen of Cups here. Wow. So now we've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Now, some of you, with the Queen of Cups here, obviously she's got Scorpio. She's a Scorpio, I would say, for most of you. Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. This is another person. Now, I did say that if because I said Pisces is very strong here, and also we've got the Chariot card. So again, it's a general reading. Could it be that the person that is transforming is this Queen of Cups? Now, this could also be your energy as well. There are many layers in the tarot, and I'm going to put that out, that the Queen of Cups is someone who's got very strong intuition. Now, this is in the position of what you don't know. So therefore, could it be that you are shedding this Queen of Cups? Could it be that this Queen of Cups is shedding her skin? She's the one who's going through the transformation. Let's look at the rest of the cards so we could see the story on more clearly. So on top of the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Strength card, another major arcana. And this is the sign of Leo here. So the Strength card is always about, you know, trusting in the process, trusting in your strength, trusting in your abilities to be able to either cope if you've been really busy, or trusting in your ability to go forth with whatever decision you're making, whether it be the right decision or the wrong decision, that you will be courageous and go forth with the decision that you make. Now, the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles, two very opposite energies here. So Knights are all about action. Now, we've got the Knight of Swords, which is very quick, and the Knight of Pentacles, which doesn't move at all. So I feel as though this is more of an energy than anything. So something that was moving very quick is coming to a halt. Now, the Knight of Pentacles as an energy is the situation, whatever is going on, is slowing down to the point of not moving at all. So something to do with the past is leaving very quickly, and then the future is not, it's going to take time. What I mean by that is that you're not willing to move forth unless you're absolutely certain about something. So now the Knight of Swords would be, you know, intellect, speech, communication, whereas the Knight of Pentacles is more to do with being grounding. So not being up in the air with the air sign, but getting grounded and moving stable and very, very slowly, actually not even moving with this Knight here. So more looking into the situation than acting. So what this is saying is, if you want to stabilize a situation in your life, you want to secure a situation in your life, take it easy. Slow and steady wins the race. So that's what I see here with these two cards. Let's look at the Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords. Wow, another sword. So I feel that, yes, if we look at these two cards, both of them, this is all about the truth. This is all about clarity. And this is all about making a decision, because it's two swords that are being held up. So, you know, the Ace of Swords, and this is another ace that we've got here. The Ace of Swords can also be severing ties, but it's also a card of success and successfully beginning something. That's why I feel that severing ties with the past, letting the bad blood, letting it go, shedding it from the past, and looking towards the future, which, you know, at a much more slower paced energy. That's what I feel is happening here, and especially with this Queen of Swords. So the decision is not going to be radical. It's not going to be quick. It's going to take time. And if we look at these 3 swords, we've got 3 swords here, right? Again, let's look at the Lover's card. We've got the 7, again, a card of taking your time before you make the decision on whether you invest more time in this decision, in this, whether you're going to choose with your head or your heart. That does take time to decide upon. But for the decision to be made, clarity has got to be here. The truth has got to be unleashed and told. Now, 7s are always the divine for me. So you've got 2 7s at this time. Let's look at what's at the outcome position with the Page of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. And I do believe that the promise, this is that ace that is on offer. It's ready to come forth. Whether it's this Queen of Swords bringing this pentacle forth, or this is your energy. It is slow, steady, and careful thinking before moving forth to stabilize a situation. The Ace of Pentacles is always something that holds promise for the future. It holds promise for manifestation, whether this is business, whether this is a new committed relationship, or even just for those of you that are single and you're choosing between 2 people. We've got Earth here as well. So someone that, and I'm going to say that if we're talking about the air sign, so Gemini or Scorpio, I would say more than likely you're going for the Gemini, which could have strong Earth in their chart, and it could be Taurus, because we've got Pentacles here on top of the Gemini card as well. We've got the Hierophant here, and don't forget that these 2 cards that are ruled by Venus, Venus is in the sign of Taurus. So that's why I feel that you could be dealing with someone that's on the cusp with Gemini, Taurus. So there is a stable beginning here. Now, the Ace of Pentacles holds great promise. I absolutely love that. Dear Sagittarius, you've got 3 aces. What else do you want? Let's look at the divine position. On top of the 2 of Wands, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Again, this is the Taurian energy for me. So it's all about values. You are really looking at making a choice, stepping through that new doorway. You're really looking at your horizons. Now, the 4 of Pentacles is the Miser card. If you've been feeling that someone has been holding back from you, that your finances haven't been, multiplying. You've been very, very careful with anything that was very near and dear to you. I think that it's time that the promise is here now. Whatever you have hoped for 6 months ago with the new moon in Sagittarius, which was around your birthday, if you made a wish around that new moon in Sagittarius, then this should be the culmination of that wish that you sent out to the universe. So now, because the 4 of Pentacles is fours are all about stabilizing home, anything to do around the family, anything to do with what is really important to you. So I truly believe that because the 4 of Pentacles even can speak of spirituality as well, I do feel that a lot of you are actually expanding your horizons spiritually as well. It's as though you are maturing as well as an individual or through your higher self. So there is that that inclination here as well for some of you. Now, this is a general reading. There's a lot of messages that are coming through, so it won't be on the same level for all of you. Let me take a couple more cards. So I truly believe that the Queen of Cups here with the Death card, I think that this is someone that you're letting go of, because there is the transformation here. Let's take another card on that. And we've got the Ten of Wands, so the completion here. Once the 10 breaks down, it's that ace of, it's that ace. Again, we've got the ace here. So that's why I feel that you're actually probably wanting to make a choice. You do have the 2 wands here. So let's say that the 10 that breaks down to the ace plus another ace that's here, that's like the 2 of wands that is right here. So you may even have been because we've got wands here. I'm saying that for some of you, this could have been even another partner in business. So you're changing your business partner. For those of you that this is a business reading, we've got the Queen of Swords in the career section, but she's also sitting in the status area. So are you engaged? Are you living with someone? Are you dating someone? So that's why I'm saying the Queen of Cups is also in the self-worth area as well as the earned income area. And Taurus is also where Uranus is. So Uranus is radically changing, or, you know, changing everything up. So cleaning the slate quickly. I do feel that with the Ten of Wands, the completion is here with this Queen of Cups. So I feel that the transformation is happening here very strongly. So there is a completion point right here, and you don't know that it's coming yet. With the Ace of Swords here, aces are all about beginnings. So I do feel that the Queen of Swords has got a lot to do with a beginning for you. Wow, 2 cards, 2 or 3. 3 cards opened up, but I'm only going to take the card that I can see. And I was talking about the Queen of Swords, so what do we have? The Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter is bringing blessings in your midheaven area. So your goals are changing, your values are changing. Jupiter is working on your behalf, dear Sagittarius. So the Wheel of Fortune is also a number 10. What comes after the 10? It's the Justice card that you've already got. I'd like to take one more card in the divine position right here. And we've got the 3 of Cups. So a celebration is here. A celebration of walking through that new doorway. Let's take another card. I want to look at the 2 of Pentacles and the Strength card in the recent past area. And we've got the 6 of Swords. Yeah, so moving. Some of you are seriously moving, even literally. You do have the Chariot. Some of you have been waiting for the right time to make a movement, whether this is metaphorical or literal. I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords right now. And look, you're moving straight into justice. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got Judgment. Wow. This is the South Node, Pluto. The South Node with Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. So this is a resurrection. This is a brand new start. Whatever has died is shedding away. The wheel is turning. This is, again, very karmic, logically in the traditional tarot, it doesn't show that eclipsed moon, but in the Witch's Tarot, it does. It's the full moon lunar eclipse around the 16th of July. But this second chance that you're being given, whether this is with the same person or for success in your life and luck, it's coming about around the full moon lunar eclipse. And that's going to be the full moon lunar eclipse. That's going to be the full moon in Capricorn. And this is the area of Capricorn, right? It's at the top of the chart. It's Capricorn, or it does touch on Aquarius as well a little bit. So I want to take a couple of cards on the Hierophant. Now, for those of you that have been in a committed partnership or relationship, the offer is coming for marriage. The offer is coming for even a job. This could be a corporate position that you were hoping for with the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. For others of you, you know, the Ace of Pentacles could even be pregnancy. It can be. And especially with the Lovers here, it does. And Scorpio. Scorpio is the house of intimacy. So for those of you that have had trouble with pregnancy, it looks like if you've been bedridden, if you've needed to be bedridden, that's helped you along. You will overcome whatever obstacles you had. So let's take, for the Karma Dharma position, three cards. And let's not forget that, you know, Jupiter expands on everything that it touches, and it is right on top of this Queen of Swords. So parenthood is also here. We've got the Ace of Wands, which could also be the, you know, the time when you conceive. This looks like, you know, intimacy, right? Okay, so let's take three cards. We've got the Kaza, which is like the Two of Cups. This is stability, business, home, beautiful, beautiful energy. And this is also a contract, I would say. A contract which is, it's got the potential to grow roots. We've got Namika. So the mask is coming off. We've got the female enemy. Now this could be, if not a feminine enemy that is showing their true colors. This could also be just an energy that the truth is seen. As I said, it's on top of the Moon card, so do pay attention to those dreams of yours. You may receive information through those. Now, this is a number 12, and 12 is also the Hanged Man, but it could mean that it took time to receive this clarity. But if we add the 12, it does add up to the 3, like the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords can be some sort of a disappointment, as I say always, but it can also be some sort of a third person in amongst a committed partnership or relationship, or even a third person in whatever agreement or contract. A third negative energy here. Let's take another card, and we've got the La Matrice, which is like the Three of Cups, because this is the 12 of Hearts, so it does add up to the Three of Cups, which we've got here. But this is the, let's say it's like the Queen of Wands. It's your female counterpart, let's say. It's the Queen of Wands. You are showing up as the King of Wands. This is what you feel passionate about. For those of you that are female, then this is your partner here. If you are the female Sagittarian, then this is your energy, right? And your partner is someone who is around your home, your stability. This is someone who is around those roots that you are growing, and it goes the other way as well. So depending on who you are. So, you know, the La Matrice is someone who goes for what they feel very passionate about. There is a lot of strength in creation here as well. But this is a celebration. This is something, obviously, that you've been putting in that energy towards, because she is holding that jewel in her hand, as I see, and she's sitting right on top of the Hierophant. So whatever beliefs or even dogmas you've been dealing with, I think if it's been in a negative way, either your spiritual beliefs, your religion, whatever the Hierophant means for you, if it's been in a negative connotation for you, then that will probably be changing, because with the Libra card here and the Namika taking off that mask, you will see what you're guided to do and how you're guided to move forth. I'd like to look at the outcome area. Actually, no, I'd like to have a look at what's hidden from you. So we've got the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the card of Death. So we've got Letera, which is like the Two of Pentacles. Now, these could be even legal issues, or again, the juggling act. It's like the Two of Pentacles here. We've got the Speranza, which is like the Eight of Cups. So it's like the fear or the hope. It's also again, like the Eight of Cups, we always see as someone who's looking for those Two of Cups. They're leaving something behind, looking for some sort of an agreement. So Eight of Cups I usually see as, again, spiritual growth. Let's see what the third card is. And here we have the Artista, which is some sort of a discovery that's being made. This is the crazy scientist, which is making some sort of a discovery. So, you know, I see this as a very intelligent finding of information, because it's the card of discovery. But it's also the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is usually the illusion, but with this card also, I feel that the illusion is being broken. Now, the Seven of Cups is normally Piscean energy, but it's also the wool that's being pulled over your eyes. Now, with the Seven of Cups, I always say that it's good to have choices than not. But here, if we add the Seven and the Eight of Hearts, they do equal number 15. Now, number 15 does show me the energy of Capricorn and the Devil. So what I feel is that the discovery that's being made here is going to shatter the illusion, but it's going to benefit you in anything to do with what was difficult for you. And thank goodness that the Death card is here, I would say. What I'd like to look at now is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles with the Judgment card. So we've got Alegria, merriment and happiness here. This is like the Eight of Wands. This is Allegrezza al cuore, like the Five of Cups. And again, we've got the three people. We've got three people in both cards. And we've got the Militare, which is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is Capricornian. This is the Militare. He's very secretive about what he's going to do. He's got a big, huge mountain there that he's got to climb. So secrets that have been withheld were probably those swords in your back. But that's the darkest before the dawn. The angels are now calling for you to resurrect, to wake up. Okay, wake up and realize that leave the past with the past. Whatever transformation and awakening is happening here, it says that, it's the darkest before the dawn, and whatever you are shedding, whatever skin you're shedding with that south node, you need to leave it where it's supposed to be. Now, the south node can speak of past life situations, past life karma, as well as childhood conditioning of the past. Okay, now, because there is again the Capricornian energy up here, the resurrection, so the hard work pays off for you, dear Sagittarius. Pluto and transformation, again the number 11. There's a lot of karma in your reading here, but with all these aces, dear Sag, I think that you've put in the hard work, and you're all going to go through it at different stages, but what you have is soulmate energy here. So whether this is a business partner, a relationship through family, even a friendship, this is soulmate energy. Now, soulmates are people who come into our life for a reason. They come into our life to teach us lessons. Some come to stay and others don't. So the karma that we're all dealing with is different and on a different level. We're all on different levels. So if this message resonated for you, then this is amazing. I'm really happy. If not, then please watch your moon and your rising signs. What I get from these two cards here is that there is a lot of happiness here. We've got two cards of celebratory energies. So let's say that we're talking about past and present. You're still working hard because this is the future. You've got the ability to do this on your own. You've got the knees, you've got the strength in the knees, you've got the ability, even the belief that you can either, get the rewards from that hard work. Some of you have already completed this work and you're reaping the rewards. Others of you are probably at the end, and there is a judgment here. Now, some of you are judging someone else, and therefore maybe that is the lesson that you're going through. Maybe you've misjudged someone in the past. Maybe someone misjudged you. A lot of messages are coming through this judgment card, and there is a lot of Plutonian energy in your reading. So whatever Pluto is doing for you, I know that through going through the transformation, you will come out on the other end a new person, a more rejuvenated and resurrected human being, and a soul as well. So this is a very important reading I see for you, dear Sag. I do hope that it's not too difficult for you. The promise here with the Ace of Pentacles at the outcome area is beautiful. It holds great promise. So thank you again for all that you do. I will catch up with you very soon, probably around mid-month, sending you my blessings and good luck with everything that you're going through, and good luck with all that is to be received by you. Bye-bye.